Hey Scorpio, it is CJ from CJ Soul Messages here to do your February 2022 general reading. I hope you are doing very, very well and that this beginning of the new year has been good to you and gentle, and that things are feeling lighter and hopefully more inspiring as we move into this 2022 year. I am here with the purpose of hoping that if there's something in this reading, Scorpio, that resonates with you, that it is going to offer you a bit of insight, maybe some inspiration, a little guidance, and some hope, and for the highest good of all, actually. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. We are going to do something a little different this month. I've been guided to do the Celtic Cross reading, and as I said, it will be general unless Spirit has something else in mind, and it will be a non-gender specific read, as well as please take energy and apply it in whatever way that may fit for your life. It could be about your family, your love life, your finances, your career. Everyone's on different journeys, and so there's going to be a lot of different ways that these energies can be interpreted. So with that, I think we should just start to get into it. All right, so Scorpio, let's begin. Oh, and I will be using just so you know, I know that there's some listeners out there that like to know what decks I'm using. I am using, to open up, the Light Seers deck. I will clarify with the Fountain deck if I so need to. And then I will be pulling a few oracles, and I'll tell you which ones when we get to that point. Sometimes differs depending on where I am guided and which deck to use. Okay, let's get started. All right, spirits, what do you have for our beautiful Scorpios, the water sign, for the month of February 2022? For February 2022 for Scorpio, what advice, what information, what is happening for them this month? Please show me clearly. All right, February 2022, water sign of, Scorpio, the water sign. You probably just noticed a card flipped out, so we're going to take that. But I do feel like this is going to be it's going to be an energy that is supporting this reading, but not part of the Celtic Cross. So, okay, that was me. Won't take that one because I know that was my shuffling there. All right, Spirit. And one more. This one wants to come out too. Wow. Okay. And, yeah, that's it. All right. So we do have that flipped out. We have the Six of Swords flipping out. Beautiful. Love that. That is indicating here, Scorpio, that you are leaving something that has been kind of choppy, something that's been a bit rough, maybe, really testing your patience, but you are going to be moving out of that as you move into February. I wanted to say September, so I don't know what that might have to do. Maybe this is regarding something that happened or began in September. Not going to apply to all of you, of course, Scorpio. And then the other card that flipped out is the Hermit. Beautiful energy. So this is Virgo. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo, or you might have a placement in Virgo, but those two cards are separate from the Celtic Cross that I'm about to pull. But the Hermit is about going inside and actually really digging deep with what's inside you, really shining that light and acknowledging what your soul, what your intuition has to tell you, and relying on that and trusting that. So we'll get into that a little bit more, but let's now start pulling the cards for the Celtic Cross. All right, so your position is, wow, okay, the Devil. Interesting, Capricorn. And we'll go through the cards after I pull them all out, but let's see, what is your challenge? The Moon, okay, Pisces card. Man, you've got 3 major arcana already. What is in your past? 4 of Wands. What is in your future? Queen of Wands. Love that. What is above you, or what you are conscious of? 6 of Cups. And what is in your subconscious, what you're not really aware of, right? It's the hidden energy that we don't always see. It's our subconscious. Is the Hierophant. Wow, powerful read here. Okay, I'm just going to move my cards over because my desk is a little bit small and crammed. So, all right. So advice from Spirit is, wow, Judgment. Holy shoot. All right. Outside influence is the World. Okay. And your hopes and fears, hopes or fears, Page of Swords, and the potential outcome, Four of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. Okay, I just need to blow my nose. Excuse me. Got a little allergies from my gorgeous little girl, my puppy. Love her to death, but I do have allergies, but that doesn't matter. I will put up my allergies to have her and the love of her in my life. Okay, let's get started. This is really quite incredible here. Just want to let you know right off the start, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcanas. Strong reading here, Scorpio. All right, let's get into it. So the position that is present, or your position, however you want to take it, is the Devil. Okay, so the Devil is something or someone, including could be yourself, keeping yourself stuck in a mindset, stuck in a actual physical place that doesn't make you feel good, feeling like you don't really have a lot of control or power over your entire life, or even just a part of your life, depending on what this reading is going to resonate to you mostly. But it is kind of this energy that really stops you from growing, stops you from being able to feel like you can go after what it is that you want. I feel like I'm picking up on the energy, Scorpio, that this is more about your energy regarding something here. And I do want to say it feels more of a career / self reading. Hope that makes sense. The Devil energy is something that is it is toxic, right? It doesn't have to be the worst of the worst. It can represent addictions, etc. But what I'm really picking up on here is that there is kind of like this self-talk, self-energy, self-misbelief of your capabilities. And you're keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself from growing here. When we look at your challenge, you have the Moon. Okay, so this is Pisces, your fellow water sign. But you're ruled by the Moon. You know, all water signs are ruled by the Moon. The Moon showing up here as your challenge is very powerful, because Spirit is reminding you and asking you, Scorpio, to really look at what is your truth and what is bullshit. You know, the Moon represents things that are hidden, things that we can't see. It represents the fact that, yes, the Moon has illumination, but at the same time, if you think about, if you've ever been out walking outside when there's a full moon, you can see the trees, you can see some things, but you cannot see the clarity of it, right? You can't necessarily see a kite in the tree, because the light from the Moon illuminates, but not quite like the sun. So this card, the Moon, being in your challenge position, is definitely suggesting here that there is a need for you to really shine that light, hence why the Hermit obviously came out. Shine the light on the truth here. Shine the light on actually where your power lies, and not what you are telling yourself. Could be other people that are telling you this, but this is the card that represents you here right now in the placement. So challenges for the month of February is to really actually start being honest with yourself. If there's things that you've been telling yourself that is keeping you stuck, keeping you feeling bound, keeping you feeling like you have zero control over some part of your life, perhaps all of your life, you need to really actually see the truth on that. And the only way you're going to do that is by really diving in deep into your emotions, into your energy. You are water, Scorpio, and you are very intuitive, and you are extremely connected to your emotions. You have such intelligence as well. But the month of February is suggesting here that there is definitely a need for you to really dive deep into things that you may not be seeing very clearly. I am going to go back over here to the 2 cards that Spirit flipped out for you. You know, the 6 of Swords, I love this because this is saying you are going to be moving out of whatever has kept you feeling stuck. I mean, the waters here in the 6 of Swords. Swords is the air element. That is our communication, everything that goes on in our mind. Communicating with yourself as well. But you're going to be moving out of that. You're going to be moving out of this turbulent water, this water that you really don't know what is underneath it, what's going on. It's, you know, it's rumbling and it's waving and it's shaky and it's making the boat feel unease. You are going to start moving out of that into calmer waters, more clarity. You're going to start getting more clear. But what is going to be needed here is this enlightenment that you're going to gain from going within with the Hermit card. Okay, so beautiful that Spirit pulled those out because it is it's completely fitting the energy for this reading. When we go to what is representing the past for you, and remember, time is fluid, so it's going to vary for everyone. You have the 4 of Wands. So there was a time in your past where you are very much celebrating. You were feeling really joyful and giddy and excited about this accomplishment that you have gotten to. That's what the 4 of Wands is. Wands is our fire element, of course, but it is about our passions and our creations and our desires. It's exactly how all the steps we take to make that happen. 4 of Wands is saying that there's something in the past that you were recognized for, and it feels very successful because, you know, the energy is light and having fun, and there's not a care in the world here. This is representing something in your past. Could be a relationship, but I'm feeling more it's about career and blockages that you have to break through this month so that you can move forward. Because in your future, you have the Queen of Wands. Love this. Beautiful Queen. So Queen of Wands is about being really independent, but being very happy. Like, look at her. She's just excited. She is creating magic in her hand. She has complete belief in herself. There is no self-doubt here. She is joyful, happy, celebrating. She's eager to get at her projects, her creations, her things. Maybe maybe there's something that you literally create with your hands here, because I am being drawn very much to her hands. So, and Scorpio, you are very creative as well. So maybe there's something you do with your hands here that you are going to be gaining a lot of success with, as long as you break through the barriers of whatever the devil is for you. I just feel like you're kind of held yourself back. I almost feel like you've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And then sometimes you jump in with both feet, but then you jump back out with both feet. And then you put 1 foot in and then 1 foot out. It's just this weird energy where you're going to have to get really clear on, right? That's why the Hermit is here. So the Queen of Wands this is a promise, Scorpio, that if you can work through this challenge and these negative energy, negative self-talk, etc., you are going to be her. You are going to get to be to this place where you are feeling really independent and very joyful with what you're doing. Your heart is going to be lit up by it. It's going to continue to grow. When we talk about what is in your conscious, what you know, you have the 6 of Cups. Now, that is your element. 6 of Cups, it's water. So about our relationships, our emotions, all the happy feelings or the sad feelings that are connected with, things that have happened to us, right? Can be about our relationships, but it can even be about, your connection to like times when you've had success or times where you have felt down, but it is about the emotional side of things. Now, the 6 of Cups is about something that has happened in the past. It is about going back and reminiscing about something. It can be about a person coming back into your life, but I'm not really picking that up for this reading. I'm picking up more like this has to do with something that it has to do with the 4 of Wands in your past here. There was something that was really celebrated and that you're very excited about and you're very passionate about. And a lot of people, I feel, family, friends, loved ones, etc., that were celebrating you too. And so in your consciousness, I feel like you are wanting to go back to that time because this is something that is connected to your past. And in this read specifically, I am feeling it is connected to something that you were becoming very successful from in your past, but for whatever reason, it feels like there's been blockages put in your way from it expanding any further. You are going to have the expansion, but there is some work to do here in February, for sure. What you don't know, what you are unaware of, what your subconscious knows, but I don't feel like your conscious knows, is the Hierophant. Wow. So the Hierophant is tradition, of course, and it can represent marriage and institutions, that kind of stuff. More importantly for your read, Scorpio, this is Spirit saying your subconscious already has all the answers. You already have all the answers within you on how to make whatever this is succeed and grow. Because if you look at this, the Hierophant is sitting there. Look at those beautiful gold stairs going all the way up to the divine. There's a path that leads right to the highest level of higher wisdom, okay? And so Spirit is reminding you and letting you know that deep, deep, deep inside yourself, you already have the answers. You have the tools. You have the wisdom, most importantly, to know how to expand on this and make it feel very excitement and feel very connected with it once again. I'm going to jump to the bottom of the deck because Spirit is guiding me there. We do have the Five of Swords. Now, we've already discussed what swords are. So, Five of Swords, though, is this exactly what I was feeling right from the very beginning, Scorpio, is that you are telling yourself some stuff that I don't feel is really true. Your subconscious knows it's not true. But, we can get really stuck in this negative way of thinking, and it blocks us, and it causes confusion. We can overthink things. Things aren't going exactly the right way that we're hoping them to do. Sometimes we get too much in our head, and it causes nothing but more confusion. Your head hurts from it, trying to figure your way out, logically trying to, map out how to make something succeed, how to get further ahead, and that's great if you're not self-doubting yourself, because when we self-doubt ourselves, then we self-sabotage ourselves, and then that in itself is a massive block. And that's probably what the devil is representing for most of you Scorpios out there. Advice from Spirit, judgment. Now, let's just feel this energy for a moment, Scorpio. This is the advice. Spirit is saying here, you have every right as a soul on this earth to learn from your mistakes, learn from, trials that you've gone through, and then allow yourself to rise up like the phoenix out of the ashes and be resurrected and be reborn again. Spirit is telling you that. They are behind you. Your angels, your guides, whatever energy you believe in and that you call on, they are behind you. They want you to rise up like this. They want you to believe in yourself and really value yourself. This is the energy that they want you to really, really focus on. Because the outside influence here is the world. So a cycle is ending. Something that you've been on maybe for a very long time, some path, some challenging path, I want to say, especially with the devil here, you are going to have this ending. There is this cycle is getting closed out for you. One way or the other, it's getting closed out, whether you're going to close it out or, the universe is going to close it out. But it is meant to be closed out because you need to be able to go and be on a new path that is going to free you so that you can really start to be empowered again in your own energy and in your hopes and your desires and your dreams and your passions and the things that you want in your life. If that's a relationship, it's the same thing. It is about dropping the stuff of the past so that you can make room for what is going to come in and what you want to come in, more importantly, because what we think about, we will bring about. So it is really important to get very clear on what it is you want. Staying in a mindset where it is, and I know this is easier said than done because I've been here more times than I wish to count, but staying in some kind of mindset, if this is you talking to you, if you resonate with this, Scorpio, you're going to know the words you've been saying. Like, have you been your own best friend? Have you? Are you, you're a very loving and caring individual. Are you giving the same love and care to yourself as you give to others? Or are you kind of being your own worst enemy when you start to think about where you are in your life, where you're going, etc.? Do you see the positives of you, or do you focus more on the negative? This can determine how far we're going to move along. The fact that judgment is showing up here too, they are reminding you that you need to be very mindful of what decision you're going to come to here, because judgment is also a final call, really. Not to put fear or anything, I don't mean it that way. What I mean is, though, is if you are in this, you had success. Let's put it like this. You've had a business that's going, say, for example, I'm giving you an example here. Let's say you had a business and it was really, really successful somewhere in the past. But somewhere along the line, you got involved with self-doubt, maybe other people saying words, knocking you down, making you feel smaller than you are, or, than you truly are. And maybe some part of you started to believe that. Now, if that's the case, if you choose not to look at that stuff, you're telling the universe that that is all you want. So that's why judgment is such a, it's a beautiful energy. It's gorgeous, but it is kind of sobering too, because it is the energy of, like, you may not be able to go back and change your mind at a later date. So really important for you to have this enlightenment come back into you. If you've lost your way a little bit. When we look at the card that is representing your hopes and your fears, it's interesting because it's the Page of Swords. And, pages are about messages coming in, for sure. This page is really at this excitement stage where a lot of new ideas. Look at all the light bulbs up here, like a bouquet of balloons, really. Walking on a tightrope, doesn't care, not worried about falling, doesn't even notice it, just got perfect balance, studying a book, studying something, and has all these new ideas that are coming to him or her, right? Non-gender specific. So perhaps some of your fear is that you have a lot of really great ideas, but you're fearful that it isn't going to be successful. Remember, we got to go back to the Devil. It is a center card. At the same time, this can be your hopes too, because you have a lot of new ideas that might be coming into your mind, into your world, that you're wanting to expand on, and you're hoping that they expand. But see, this is where it gets really complicated yet simple. It is about getting very clear of what it is that you want to bring into your world, what you want in your life. That is really as simple as it gets. And then focus on that. Focus on actually seeing that manifesting. And I really hope you do that. Because when we get to the outcome, Four of Pentacles is showing up. Now, I don't normally really like this kind of energy just because it is this breadcrumb energy. It is this energy of holding on to just the bare minimum because you do not believe that you're going to have anything more. Really, it's the poverty, like it's not the poverty card, it's the miser card. It's being, cheap, really not willing to put the energy in, not willing to put the tangible money into it, for example, because it is Pentacles. Pentacles is earth, it is our money, it's our tangible things, it's also our self-confidence. I don't really like this in the outcome position because it is suggesting here that you might still hold on too tightly to something that actually either A, needs to be discarded, or B, needs to grow. And you're only going to know which way that is going to work for you, right? So I'm going to get a clarifier on this because I really want to know why that would be your outcome, because I see a lot of beautiful energy here. There's a lot of hope. There is a lot of expansion going from the Four of Wands past, getting back into your strength with the Queen of Wands. You have the divine behind you. You have the inner wisdom. The 2 cards Spirit popped out of the deck is a Hermit and 6 of Swords. So the 4 of Pentacles, I am not getting the energy from Spirit of why that would be your outcome. What you'd be holding on to. Now, unless, okay, they just gave it to me. God. Sometimes I am a little slow on picking up the energy. Okay, I get it. The 4 of Pentacles is here, is actually asking you to not give up on whatever this was. Something from your past. Feel very strongly it's been connected to your past. But something that you felt really good about. You felt good in you. You felt very positive about it. They're asking you to hold on to that, I think. They're asking you to hold on to that dream, that idea. I'm going to pull a clarifier just to make sure, because I don't want to mislead you. Let's see, Spirit, can you clarify the 4 of Pentacles for Scorpio for this reading of February 2022? 4 of Pentacles, please. Why would you want Scorpio to hold on to it? Is it about holding on to your dream? Holding on to your dreams, your wishes? I'm actually really starting to feel that energy quite strongly now. So I think that is exactly why it's in that position, to hold on. Let's see. 1 card, let's see. Clarify the 4 of Pentacles. Strength. There we go. Okay, so they just clarified it. And the bottom of the deck is the 5 of Coins. So 5 of Coins is that poverty mindset of thinking you're not going to get there. You're just going to be left out in the cold. You're going to be abandoned. You're going to be alone. You're not going to have enough money to pay your bills, etc., etc. But underneath the 5 of Coins, wow, is the 10 of Coins, which is having more than enough abundance, having all the money you want, having, the happy home, the happy family, but having the tangible resources that you're not going to have to worry or suffer again. Underneath that is a Hermit again. So the Hermit is now showing up twice in your reading. This is a mindset because there are people inside this church that will help that figure. There is no need to have to be in this mindset, to be in this situation. Yes, of course, it's been hard over the last few years for everyone. I'm not making light of this, but what I am saying is that there is the ability for you to get out of this. And this is just at the bottom of the deck, right? And the fact that the 10 of Coins, which is double this, is underneath that is, again, it's this choice. This or this. And it all comes down to the mindset of holding yourself back. What do you need to release? What do you need to acknowledge? What do you need to see more clearly here in order for you to have this magically growth and expanding success? Okay. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, I just said they gave me the energy. I was a little slow on it. Holding on to your dream, holding on to your wishes, right? That's exactly what they want, because strength has come out. Strength, holding on, having the bravery, having the courage. In the traditional tarot, she has her hand in the lion's mouth because she's not fearful. She has the strength to kind of tame a wild animal there. So very important that you do not give up on whatever this may be for you. As I said, could be a relationship for some of you. Don't really have a lot of cups here other than the 6 of Cups. I'm not really picking up on any energy about this being a love relationship or a love connection. I feel this is more career path, and you and your blocks. Things will turn and things will open, this new cycle, this new chapter, will be there for you. It is coming. You are moving away from toughness, uncertainty. You are moving towards something that is more certain. But it really comes down, Scorpio, to you really actually just being extremely honest with yourself and not, how can I say this? For the month of February, Scorpio, what I would say is put your worries aside, put your doubts aside, put your fears aside. I know it's easier, it's not the easiest thing, especially if you're struggling with finances. I get that. But can you, just for the month of February, really try and approach something differently here? Every day, every single morning when you wake up, try and have the mindset that you have exactly what you want and you know where you want to expand it, and that you only focus on the positive just for 30 days, or 28 days, I guess, in February. Every day, look at the positives, and every time a negative thought comes in, cut it out. If you need to, sometimes we need to just kind of stress for a few minutes, then set the timer. Give yourself 5 minutes to stress. And then that's it. After that, that's all you're allotted for the day. And use the rest of the day, the rest of your energy, to focus on the positives. Hey, this is coming towards me. This is what I dream of. This is what I wish. This is what I want. This is what I have worked hard for. This is my gifts. All the positive. And see if this is going to break these chains that bind. Because I know it will. Absolutely will. So, I'm going to leave that there because I feel like this is as clear as day for me. By the way, underneath the 5 of Swords here is strength once again. 2 strengths, 2 hermits showing up in this reading. Pretty powerful. Spirit is very much trying to really get through to you, if this is resonating with you, Scorpio, that you are really your only block here. Because there's a lot of energy that is supporting you and around you and that wants you to succeed. Yep, I'm just scanning to make sure there's nothing else that they are wanting me to tell you about. This is an expansive month if you want to put the energy in. There's a saying, actually I'm just hearing this. What is it? Focus on stress or focus on success. Okay? Maybe write that down because that's coming loud to me. I don't even know where I've ever heard that before. I don't know if I ever have heard that, but I hear it in my head. Focus on stress or focus on success. Make your choice. Focus on the success because I bet you by the end of February you are going to see things really change for the better. Okay, let's get a card, Spirit, from Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron-Reid regarding this reading, Spirit. I really like this. I think it's going to be a bit challenging. No kidding. It's never easy to really let go of old behaviors, old thought patterns. Still struggling with Mercury retrograde, by the way, with my speaking, so please bear with me. It isn't easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy at all, but it will get easier every single day and you'll feel better. Approach each day with positivity and light and really try to mean it. Write things down, meditate, do affirmations, put the energy into it, write down all the things you're proud of yourself. Forget about the mistakes or the failures. We all do it. We have to. The only time we actually fail is when we stop getting up. Doesn't matter how many times we fall down. It's as long as we still get back up and go after what it is that we want. I think that's going to be a big shift for you in February. Okay, Spirit, 1 card, please, for Scorpio for February 2022 for the reading that is before us. 1 card, please. This one. Soulmates. Wow. Bottom, round and round. Okay. So soulmates. This is a beautiful energy. This is penguins. Penguins usually mate for life. Now, I know for this, I haven't spoken about love relationship because I don't really feel like that is it. What I really actually am drawn to in this card, though, is that there are support around you. There's people around you. There are people that are part of your tribe. And they adore you and they want to support you here. And that they're going to be there for you. You know, and maybe that's a thing too, is that because I'm getting two things and I just need to focus on one of them. You know, soulmates, we learn from each other. It's not always easy, but it is, we mirror off of each other. But also, what I wanted to suggest for you, if this is making sense to you, and you're relating to this, those that are around you that you love and trust and you know that they actually have your back, ask them to tell you some of their favorite traits about you, you know? Feel the love so that you are able to get some really positive feedback of how beautiful you really truly are. Has really coming off this card here. And the other thing that they're giving me here is that, gosh, wow. You know when I said, are you being your own best friend? Or are you being your worst enemy? They want you to be your own best friend here. They want you to talk and treat yourself as if you were talking to a best friend, to someone that you really love and adore. You know, I guarantee the things that you say to yourself, you probably would never say to someone that you love, someone that really matters to you. So this is an approach that you have to start doing for yourself if you haven't been doing that. It will change things drastically in your life. And the bottom of the deck is round and round. And what round and round really means is that basically what it says, are you just going to go round and round? Are you going to just stay in your head and go round and tell yourself, oh, like one day I'm going to succeed, like tomorrow I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and everything. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, oh, I can't. I don't have the energy. What's the point? I'm not going to succeed. You know, it's that round and round thing that we can get stuck in. So it's really important to be aware of that, number one. Once we become aware, we really kind of can't become blind again. So try that exercise if it makes sense to you. It is coming from spirit. I'm really feeling that very strongly, that there is this, they want you to let go of the restrictions, let go of the concerns and the worries and the self-doubts. It is time to embrace your absolute stunning beautifulness that is all you. That's what you need to put your focus in. So take some time out and really be your best friend and get clear with your truth. And I mean the positive side of your truth. Okay? All right, let's close this reading off, Spirit. Let's get one card out of Treasures from Tikashi. Thank you. For February 2022 for our beautiful Scorpios. Ooh, cards are just kind of dancing in my hands. It's kind of how I feel like you're going to be at the end of February, though. Once you get through this, if you're open to doing this, and there's going to be no stopping you. One more. This one? All right, let's see. February 2022. One more time. Okay. Peace and joy. Exactly. That's what's coming your way. Put my cards down here. 2 cards came out. Peace and joy. And I'll read them to you. So I'll read peace. It was the first one. Relax. Slow down. Meditate. Be peaceful. You do not have to fix everything right now this minute, but it may be the time to resolve your inner conflicts and create peace. Maybe I should just do readings that I just pull from here, because Spirit is always bang on when these cards come out. They always relate to the storyline of what they've given for the reading. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Take time to peacefully be with yourself without any external noise or the hustle bustle of everyday life. Be gentle and peaceful in your communications. Neither can you try to create peace. You must simply allow it. Okay, so that goes with the Hermit. It's beautiful. And joy. Be joyous that you be. Be happy about how things are in your life. Take pleasure in the little things. Judge nothing to be too insignificant. Know that an attitude of joy can melt away all difficulties. You may be in for some delightful festivities and a joyous surprise. Wow, that's going to go Queen of Wands because that's the energy they were really giving me. I love it, Scorpio. It's beautiful. And I don't mean to come off like a lecture or any of that kind of stuff. It's just that when Spirit gives me these energies, it's really difficult as an intuitive to speak any other way than how they're guiding me. So know that I mean it with complete and full love for you. I hope you resonate with this, and I know that you're going to succeed. I know it. I feel it. Just get through this. Do this breakthrough for yourself in the month of February. It's Valentine's Day. It is the month about love. So really use this month to love yourself. Be your own best friend. Be your own counterpart. All right? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to let you go now. I really do hope something here resonated, gave you some hope, maybe a little bit of direction. Thank you so much for joining me. And, it's going to be a beautiful month, so really embrace it. Really just open yourself up and embrace these beautiful changes, this magic that will happen for you. All right, Scorpio, take care of yourself. Love and light.